Greetings! My name is Haley Cooprider, and I am an instructional literacy coach for Isle County Schools with a mission of growing lifelong readers and writers. It is so important to think while we read, and the next few videos will show you exactly how to do that. We think while we read so that we can understand what we are reading, or comprehend.
The final strategy in our series is visualize. When we visualize, we make a picture or a movie of what is happening in the story. We could visualize what the character looks like, what the character is doing, or anything else that comes to mind.
Visualizing is a really important strategy to help us comprehend what we're reading. Visualizing forces your brain to think about what you're reading because you're making a picture or a movie in your head about the story, who the characters are, what they're doing, the problem, and the solution. So it really is important to help you understand or think about what you're reading. So picture books do that naturally. In the story Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman, she wrote this wonderful story, right? So she wrote all the words, and then she also drew the pictures, I believe. I don't see a one where it says illustrator. So here's her words about what's happening in the story, and then the illustrator drew the picture. When we read picture books, we really don't need to visualize because the author and the illustrator worked really hard together to already illustrate the page. So when we read the story, we'll read the next words, and the illustrator will tell us what's happening in the picture. So they're visualizing for us. Well, when you start to move into chapter books, you have to do your own visualization. That means you need to think about what's happening in the story, and you need to make a picture, a movie in your brain about that. They're all words. There's no real pictures except for that little bitty one, right? So I need to visualize. So I'm going to practice that. I'm going to read a section of book from the book Ungifted by Gordon Korman. Wonderful book if you haven't read it. It's one of my favorites. Excuse me. So I'm going to read 2 paragraphs, and I want you to think about what's happening, and I want you to make a picture in your mind. Your picture is going to be different from mine, and that's okay. We have different brains, but we're going to both be reading the same thing and come up with a little bit different of a picture. All right. When the paper airplane bounced off the back of the driver's head, the man pulled the bus over onto the shoulder. Oh, so I'm seeing a bus, and I'm seeing a guy driving, and then I'm seeing a paper airplane hit him in the back of the head, right? I'm imagining lots of kids laughing and screaming, right? The bus pulls over onto the shoulder. He got out of the seat, picked up the offending aircraft, and waved it at us. So now I'm picturing the bus driver. He got up out of his seat. He stopped the bus. He got up out of his seat. He picked up the aircraft or the airplane, the paper airplane, and he's waving it, right? He probably has an angry face. Honest, it wasn't me. The last thing I wanted to do at the academy was draw attention to myself. But I was so used to getting blamed for stuff that I braced myself for the onslaught. The character that is telling the story is named Donovan, and Donovan gets in trouble a lot. So I'm picturing Donovan, and he's like, oh man, I always get in trouble. I didn't throw the paper airplane, but I'm going to get in trouble. And I can just see him sitting back being like, kind of nervous, waiting for the bus driver to yell at him. And that's what you do. That's visualizing, making a picture in your head about what you're reading. This is the book Ungifted by Gordon Korman if you're interested, so you can keep reading. Now your job is to visualize, make a picture or a movie in your head about what you're reading. Stay tuned for more videos, and then don't forget to read every single day.